It's not expensive, I would say 20-25 bucks, something like that. This can be bought from any shop online. So that brings up the next thing to be mentioned, which is the luggage trailer. This is a must-have gadget in a people mover like this, considering the fact we do very cheap but very practical. So this way, my people mover is 100% clean. So I always carry 4 or 5 umbrellas.
In this type of vehicle, I would say both individuals and also small groups, but My Chauffeur Life. Why this people mover for the last 7-8 years has become a signature for airport transfers, corporate transport, and also even wedding transportation. So whether you're a seasonal driver, a professional chauffeur that already driving something smaller and you have an intention of upgrading your vehicle, or simply you're a traveler and you're not sure what type of vehicle to book, but you've got some luggage and traveling with small group of people, this video is for all of you.
My name is Ratko, a Sydney-based chauffeur, aka Ray. On this channel I share my passion by giving you a glimpse into my chauffeur life.
So what makes this people mover special and why it has been considered as option number 1 for airport transfers, wedding transportation and corporate transport? Because of its sleek outside design, also inside the luxury line. This is pretty much the newer version of the old Viano. I'm not going to be mentioning obviously the brand of the vehicle because this is not a promotional video, but I'm pretty sure you can tell what kind of vehicle this is. So this in particular, it's a 7-seater. I've got 6 seats at the back, 2 rows times 3, and also I have one next to me. People movers that come with 8 seats, they add 1 extra seat between the driver and the passenger seat, so that makes the 8-seater. The configuration of my seats at the back is so-called conference mode, which is very practical, especially for the business people. Sometimes they can have a simply meeting in that 1 hour, half an hour trip, so that makes it easier for them to interact.
My Chauffeur Life.
So when it comes to the bus mode, or facing all the seats forward, mainly that type of requirement happens when we have to travel, let's say, lengthy trips, or in between, let's say, Sydney-Newcastle, Sydney-Canberra. Some other cars, they also have captain seats. Let's say, for example, I've got a bunch of 3 and also another 2, which are captain seats, and they're all facing forward. It's kind of individual sitting setting where a client can sit down, and also some of them, they have a collapsible table, which makes it a slightly different, and also it's widely used for day touring, airport transfers, etc.
Make sure the amenities inside, mainly before anything else, fresh bottled water and also mints too.
At the beginning I was a little bit concerned about the color of the interior, of the leather. I was a little bit concerned whether it's going to be easy or not to maintain the cleanliness, because it's off-white beige interior. Sometimes other chauffeurs ask me, how do you keep this clean, because it's so white? But I buy these baby wipes from the supermarket, make sure it's alcohol free, and maybe a couple of times a week, and that's how I keep my seats clean.
But make sure the baby wipes are alcohol free, otherwise you can do some damage on the leather. These seats are collapsible on both sides. It can go back. So that why someone, if it's traveling and want to relax, or maybe just a lengthy trip, maybe to another city, people can decline the seats and overall can have a better transportation experience.
If you're a traveler and you're not sure what type of vehicle to book, and also you've got some luggages, this vehicle 7 people can accommodate, but when it comes to the luggages, I would say 5 or 6 is the max.
Ideally designed for 4 or 5 people sitting, because otherwise it can be a little bit compact. Originally is registered for 7 people, but 7 traveling with luggage, it's going to be sometimes almost impossible. Let's say when this vehicle is traveling with the full capacity, 7 people with 7 carry-ons. Carry-ons, by the way, in Australia we say for the luggage that goes with you inside the plane, so that's that little bag, it's called carry-on. Traveling full capacity, 7 people with 7 carry-ons, no problem. Different scenario, 7 people traveling with 7 medium bags, I would say yes, they can travel too. Compact, but they can. Different scenario, 7 people with mixed both medium and small bags, carry-ons, maybe, so depending on the medium bags. But traveling at full capacity with 7 passengers, with 7 large bags plus the carry-on, it's almost impossible. So that brings up the next thing to be mentioned, which is the luggage trailer. I fitted the tow bar a long time ago, and that was through that dealership where I originally purchased the vehicle. So when the luggage trailer can be used at the B class, when your luggage exceeds, I would say, 7 large bags and traveling at the full capacity with the 7 people. Once you have the trailer attached, then you can carry with you up to 20 large bags. In Australia, we do have that 7-pin adapter. If your intention is to install a tow bar on your van, you will need obviously that 7-pin adapter.
That luggage trailer, when you attach on this vehicle, it doesn't give you that corporate style. It's more like a shuttle service. So when I do something like a high-end corporate transport, I never attach a trailer. They might use another van if they have excessive amounts of luggage, but never trailer for a serious corporate transport. When it comes to requirements and booking this type of vehicle, I would say both individuals and also small groups, but could be a challenge sometimes for the elders. That's when this little gadget comes to hand.
And for the certain group of people, I've got this little gadget that is certainly helping, especially for the elders, to get in the vehicle. Obviously, there are 2 main points to support your body, so one here and one there, but using something like this will definitely make the life easier for the less mobile people. So it's got 4 collapsible legs, and as soon as I arrive on site and I assess the situation that that person might not be able or need some assistance, or it's less mobile, I just put this gadget on the floor. It's very stable. There's a sandpaper on the top, so to make sure they do not slide or anything, or any accidents, and this makes the life definitely much easier. One of the best gadgets that I have, and definitely I do recommend to all of you. It's not expensive, I would say 20-25 bucks, something like that. You can buy, it doesn't have to be exactly the same. This can be bought from any shop online, and it's gonna make their life easier to both of you, to the drivers and the clients. And I keep it there.
This vehicle is going to the car wash almost every single day, because you don't want to turn up in that hotel's driveway or residence with a dirty vehicle. 4 to 5 washes in a week is a must.
So I always carry 4 or 5 umbrellas. You don't want to be strangled with your clients inside your vehicle, so not to be able to leave the vehicle only because of heavy rain. You don't want to be in a situation like that, especially for the corporate transport where the people are visiting multiple meetings and your vehicle is hired throughout the day. So when it's raining, this is something that is compulsory of your vehicle's arsenal.
So make sure you always have those umbrellas in the car and provide them when needed. And also similar types of vehicle like this, Valente and also Vito. But Vito is not for, as far as I know, it's not for moving people. It's more for the trade people. However, that Valente it's been used also cost less. But the difference between the Valente and this is also that luxury line, mood lights, great stereo system, and pretty much all these safety features, anti-coalition system.
And obviously this is the luggage space. You can comfortably fit 5 to 6 large bags. The way I stack them, vertical 4 and 1 on the top, or 4 flat and 1 on the side, so very easy. For the little bags I use sometimes these straps just for extra security. You know, in unfortunate event, God forbid, if anything happens bad, that small bag, it's considered as a flying object. It could easily hurt someone if it's not securely strapped in place.
This is not the long wheelbase version. Actually, in Australia, all the V-classes are medium wheelbase. Great stereo system, which makes it perfect for music. Bluetooth usage. The clients can connect their phones and their music of preference with this car, but that comes more for the wedding transportation, or sometimes occasionally during an airport transfer, but mainly during the corporate transfers. There's nothing like can I connect my telephone with your car stereo, because they just more interested in their daily business activities than listening music.
Another thing that mainly saves my time is this $5 brush that I keep behind that stepper. Very cheap, but very practical. After every single client, I give a quick sweep to the carpets inside the vehicle, and that saves my time going to the car wash and vacuuming every single time. If I don't do it after the client leaves, the dirt inside, especially the one on the carpets, builds up, and it's going to be a nightmare until you clean it. So this way, my people mover is 100% clean after every single client leaves the vehicle.
With the key, you can remotely open both doors, the sliding door and also the back one. When it comes opening the sliding door, this is very handy, especially if you are coming out from the terminal and walking to the car, and with the single press of the key, you can open the sliding door. So by the time you are loading the luggage, people can make themselves comfortable. Also, the other reason why with the key you can only open the left-hand side, so they can be picked up and dropped off on that left-hand side. This makes me to mention something in relation to how to position your client to sit when it entering the vehicle. Doesn't matter, regardless this or a corporate sedan. The best, the perfect sitting position is behind you on the left-hand side, not right behind you, but behind you on the left-hand side. That way you can interact if the client has some sort of questions, and he or she, they can also see you on that rear view mirror.
Car restraints, baby seats, this is a must-have gadget in a people mover like this, considering the fact we do drive a lot of kids, and all the kids until the age of 7 are required to be seated in car seats like this in order to meet that safety requirements.
Am I recommending this type of vehicle for someone that is just starting out as a beginner? Definitely not. I've got also other videos where I'm suggesting to start to work for someone else first, and so please check those videos. Obviously you have to learn the ropes of the trade first. Whether you like it or not, you might not like it, but you spend something on something like this and then you've changed your mind. You don't want to be in that situation. But if you're someone that has been gradually building your business, you already have a vehicle but you're thinking about upgrading, yes, this is definitely something that I would recommend. Make sure you act and look professional, and I'm pretty sure it will pay off at the end. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next video.